So remember, adjectives, when you have a lot of adjectives to describe, okay, a noun, you have to place them in order, which is extremely important. So if we go back to my sentence, let's look at all the adjectives. Adjectives. Mr. Ortiz has a pair of soft, 1, nice, 2, 3, large, 4, new, 5, orange, 6, brown, 7, Italian, 8, leather, 9, dancing. So I had 9 adjectives describing shoes, but again, I had them in the right order. Okay? So that's extremely important. Okay? So let's look at some sentences. Uh, the first sentence: many very talented children gladly gladly attend this school for the performing arts. Many very talented children gladly attend this school for the performing arts. So, what is the first thing we do? The first thing is we look for the subject of the sentence. The subject of the sentence is the most important thing in the sentence. Everything else revolves around the subject. So, what are we talking about? Who are we talking about here? We're talking about children. And the subject is going to be a noun or a pronoun. Okay? So, children are people. So, it's a noun. The second thing we look for is the verb. Many very talented children gladly attend. Attend is going to be your verb. And attend is an action verb. This is important, and I'll explain it later on. After we look and find the verb, then we look for nouns. Subject, verb, nouns. When you're learning this, you need structure, okay? A foundation. So remember, we start looking for the subject, then the verb, then the nouns. Okay, so we have school. It's a place. And then we have arts. It's a noun. The fourth thing we could look for is pronouns. A pronoun or pronouns. In this sentence, there's no pronouns. The fifth item, adjectives. So since we have an action verb, we go to the nouns. And we know, since we have an action verb, that the adjectives are going to come before the noun, not after the noun. This is important. So, children. What kind of children? Talented. It's an adjective. We notice that the word talented ends in ed. So when we see words ending in ed and ing, the first thing that comes to mind is that they resemble a verb. Not all the time. So in this sentence, talented is an adjective. Okay? So we then continue asking questions. How many talented children? Many. Adjective. We go to the next noun. School. Which school? This school. adjective. We go to the last noun, arts, and we ask the question, what kind of arts? Performing arts. That's an adjective also. Okay. Now, we're going to get into adverbs next, but very is an adverb. Very is an adverb 100%. If it's at the beginning of the sentence, middle of the sentence, end of the sentence, is always going to be an adverb. Gladly is going to be an adverb, and we're going to look at adverbs next. For is a preposition. The is an adjective. So we diagrammed the whole sentence. Okay? But we're going to work on adverbs next. The next sentence. The new Ford tractor easily mowed the plot. The new Ford tractor easily mowed the plot. Okay? So the first thing we look for is, you got it, subject. So we're talking about this tractor, which is a thing, subject, noun. The second thing we look for is the verb. The tractor did what? The tractor mowed. Mowed. And that's your verb. Okay? The tractor did what? Mowed. An action verb. Third thing that we look for is noun. So we look and we see the word plot. Look in your dictionary. What's a plot? Don't depend on people to tell you. Look it up. Write sentences with new words. A plot is a small parcel of land. The is going to be an adjective. The plot. So we go back to tractor. Which tractor? Ford tractor. In another sentence, Ford would be a noun. Now, nouns and adjectives could be interchanged. A lot of the times they're interchanged with one another, okay? Which tractor? Ford tractor. What kind of tractor? New. Adjective. Adjective. First word, the, article. The new Ford tractor, how did it mow the plot? How? It mowed it easily. It's an adverb, which again we will study next. And let's go to the final sentence. This is the noisiest and roughest machine. This is the noisiest and roughest machine. Aha. So let's look at this sentence. What's the subject? What are we talking about? Okay. The subject here is not machine. Machine is just going to be a noun. We're talking about this. This is. So this is the subject pronoun. Is going to be a linking verb. So we go back to machine. Which machine? Roughest. Adjective. What kind of roughest machine, or which roughest machine? Noisiest. And the is an adjective. It's an adjective. Okay? So the first sentence, many very talented children gladly attend this school for the performing arts. The next sentence, the new Ford tractor easily mowed the plot. The last sentence, this is the noisiest, roughest machine. Okay, I have to change the board now. Give me a second. Okay, I hope you're enjoying these lessons online. To be honest with you, I prefer to be in the classroom where I could interrelate and dialogue with you, and I would have a big board so I could put a lot of information. I don't have to have 4 boards, 5 boards to put information on. But we have to do what we have to do because of this crisis. So let's examine the adverb. The adverb is another modifier, like the adjective. The adjective modifies nouns, a noun or nouns. The adverb could modify a verb, an adjective, or another adverb or adverbs. Again, the adverb could modify verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. AD, the prefix AD, means to or on. To or on verb. Okay? So when we look, I just have to highlight some stuff here so you can see better. Okay, so when we were looking for an adjective, we ask questions. How many? Which one? What kind of? When we look for an adverb, we ask these questions. How, when, where, how much, and to what degree. Sometimes we cannot ask the question how much because it's kind of confusing. So we have to ask the question to what degree or to what extent. Okay? So let's look at a sentence here. Maria sang beautifully. Maria sang beautifully. The subject, Maria. Subject, noun, proper noun. Maria did what? She sang. It's a verb. How did she sing? How did she sing? She sang beautifully. Okay? Now, we have adverbs. There are adverbs of time, manner, and place. The adverb of time, some of the adverbs could be often, rarely, yesterday, today, tomorrow. Those also could be adverbs. We have adverbs of manner, well, reluctantly, quickly, well, reluctantly, quickly. Those could be some adverbs of manner. We also have adverbs of place. Adverbs of place. Here, right here, there, everywhere. Those are adverbs of place. Okay? So let me go over it again. Adverbs are modifiers. An adverb could modify verbs, adjectives, or adverbs. To discover the adverb, we ask questions how, when, where, how much, and to what degree. There are adverbs of time, adverbs of manner, and adverbs of place. Adverbs can modify an adjective. Adverbs can modify an adjective. Mr. Roberts is rather unpleasant. Subject, Mr. Roberts is a verb. Okay. Unpleasant, adjective. To what degree is he unpleasant? Rather unpleasant. So here, rather is modifying unpleasant. Rather is an adverb. Adverbs can modify another adverb. He thinks very highly of her. He thinks very highly of her. He, subject pronoun, thinks, verb. How does he think of her? He thinks highly of her. To what degree does he think highly of her? Or how much? Very. And very is always an adverb. Of, preposition, her, pronoun. Many adverbs end in ly. Not all the time. Okay, you still have to ask questions. So if I said the lovely child, Which child? Lovely. That's an adjective. If I say the lonely man, which man? Lonely. That's an adjective. So you have to ask questions. But a lot of times, words that end in ly will be considered adverbs, but you have to ask the question. Okay? And sometimes you just add ly to adjectives. Take care.